Hi, hello. Welcome back. Moon Griffon Show. Great to have you with us. 844-766-6607. Hickson has it hotline. If you'd like to be part of the program, your opportunity to be a voice. Happy Thanksgiving from the Moon Griffon Show. All righty, here we go again. Recently, Lane Grigsby took shots at John Kennedy. John Kennedy is not even an announced candidate yet. We all remember what happened in the Republican Party last time with Vitter. Scott Angel and Jay Darden, whose ship came in at $237,500 a year in retirement up to $14,000, $18,000 a year. They knifed Vitter, and of course we know Bill Edwards won. I still say he walked in. Since then, Bill Edwards has raised enough taxes to buy enough votes. I still think he's a one-termer. I'll stick to that. As long as we don't get Darden again. And yet, we got a couple people out there. One guy, the one we'll talk about today, this is a total joke. But Lane Grigsby stuck his nose out there, shooting Kennedy down, and then Bill Edwards' main pack, the Gumbo pack, used his words. So yesterday, or day before yesterday, whenever the 16th was, day before yesterday, Stephen Waguespack is the president of the Louisiana Association of Business and Industry. He's a Jindal sycophant. He hates John Kennedy because John Kennedy took Bobby Jindal to task a lot. I took him to task a lot myself before anybody did, but that's beside the point. So Waguespack, Saturday, decides that he's going to do a press conference, tweet, whatever, gets a phone call, whatever. I will not seek any elected office in 2019. Who cares, Wag? Who gives a rat's rear end about you running for office? The reason you're not running for office is because you know Bobby Jindal is tight around the neck. And the reason you don't like Kennedy, and he doesn't like Kennedy, folks, he's announcing he's not running for something. I don't know why people have to do this in this state. Why do we have to announce we're not running for something? Here we go again, a guy that people could care less if he runs or not. There's not no big audience of people. Yo, listen. You don't hear anything, do you, Brandon? That's the number of people calling for Waguespack to run for governor. Nobody. They could care less if he runs for anything. So what does he do when he gets in his little press conference or phone call? He says, I'm not going to seek election in 2019, but I will be an active voice to make sure next year's elections are about substance rather than sound bites. A 100% shot at John Kennedy. Now, I got to tell you first, it was Lane Grigsby. Now Stephen Waguespack. He's going to be involved. Make sure there's not too many one-liners. Total shot at John Kennedy. Here we go again. Now, Waguespack, why don't you just run? Why don't you show people how popular you are? Why don't you run, Wag? So it's not about sound bites and it's about substance because you're full of so much substance. Waguespack ain't full of substance. He's full of boop. Who cares if you not running or you gonna run? Nobody cares, Waguespack. Nobody cares if you run. You know, you put together a campaign that we would have a constitutional convention, and that thing almost got 40 votes. It went down to the ground. And you know Bobby Jindal, you were Bobby Jindal sycophant. But here we go. You're going to stick your nose in this election where it's not wanted, it's not needed. If you want to support Responder, you do it. If you want to support Bill Edwards, come out and say it. But going after a guy that's not even an election, Brandon, what happens if Kennedy decides he's not running? He never told me he was running. I know he's not going to announce he's not running. Surely John don't do that. So there's Waguespack. He's got to make an announcement. Wag, there's nobody hollering for you to run. What are you jealous of Kennedy? This is what we do in the state. This is why I'm not a Republican. I don't know if Waguespack's a Republican. He's one of those fake ones, I guess. So what does he do? Take a shot at John Kennedy. As he announces he's not running when nobody cares if he's running or not. He's ahead of LABI. LABI's not what it used to be. I know people not even involved in it anymore. since Dan Juneau left. C.B. Ferguson took his money back. He was a lifetime member. He got out of it when Waguespack became the head of LABI. My good friend C.B. Ferguson said, to hell with this. I'm not being involved in this thing with Waguespack. So who is he? Waguespack said his decision against running won't keep him from weighing in on the race. What you going to do, go after John Kennedy? It looks like to me you weighing in on the race, saying nothing about Bill Edwards. You're weighing in on a race against Kennedy, who's not even an announced candidate. He said both parties are plagued with soundbite sickness. Now he tries to make a little comeback. That's both parties. He'll press candidates to move beyond partisan bickering and generic rhetoric and detailed recommendations to address Louisiana's problem. Wag, give me a break. Give me a break. You're not running. You think make an announcement when nobody gives a rat's butt about if you running or not? Nobody cares about what you think. You're running a decent organization, the only organization that's out there. This is the same kind of mess that, listen, I call Bill Edwards a one-termer unless he's Darden. And it looks like Lane Grigsby, and now we're looking at Waguespack, the head of LABI, and guess who put out on the Facebook, Brandon? Let me pull this back up. Guess who jumped on this? Here we go again, folks. Words for the left to use. Gumbo pack. LABI Biz Press. Stephen Waguespack confirms the obvious and takes a swipe at Kennedy all at the same time. Well done, Wag. That-a boy, Waguespack. That-a boy. You're showing the state your color. Why don't you run, Waguespack? Well, man, people, I can hear it. Listen to the people hollering your name. Listen, go. Oops, my bad. Nobody's hollering for you, Waguespack. Let me tell you something. Waguespack is a selfish, greedy little wimp like the rest of the little pony-head liberals. Waguespack would love for Bill Edwards to win because he knows how bad he is. He wants to run. He wants to get farther enough away from Jindal. This guy's a middle of the road at best. At best, he's a middle of the road. He wants to run. He would listen. I'm watching. Listen what the guy says. He's going after the guy who's known for one-liners. Brandon, Bill Edwards, no. Rasponi, no. John Kennedy. We all laugh. We get a joke about it. Look, here was a Walt Hauselman's cartoon I read this morning. Kennedy running with a bunch of one-liners. Brandon, there it is. On the same day, or the day before, Waguespack announces he's not running. Like everybody's hollering for him to run for governor so he can have a constitutional convention so we can get rid of how quick and easy it is to raise taxes. So Waguespack takes a shot at John Kennedy, and people think he's the front runner if he gets in. I don't know if he is or not. I don't know. I think if he runs, there's a great chance he'll win. Unless you have the Waguespacks out there and the Jay Darden types who are making it really good to vote for a leftist Democrat. Bill Edwards, at best, is a leftist Democrat. And Jay Darden's been a leftist Republican. So all we got to do is let a guy, Waguespack, nobody wants him to be governor. Nobody's asking him to be governor. Nobody's out there hollering for him to be governor. Nobody thinks he would be a good governor. So he announces he's not running when nobody gave a damn whether he runs or not. Nobody cares if Waguespack runs for dog catcher. They don't care if he runs for dog catcher. They really don't. They don't care who Stephen Waguespack is. Why don't you jump in there, Mr. Waguespack? But the first thing you do is take a shot at Kennedy? The first thing you do after announcing you're not running, and by the way, Brian, he announces he's not running for anything in 2019. Well, I'll be done. What other races were you considering in 2019? Mayor? City councilman? No, a guy of your importance would have to go straight to governor, senate, or president. Why don't you run for president, Wag? That's what you ought to do. Run for president. These are the type people who hurt our state. They don't help our state with ignorance like this. This is totally 100% political, 100% ignorant. It's embarrassing that people like that get in powerful positions. I'm announcing that I'm not running for any office, and I will not seek election. I will not seek any elected office in 2019. Well, man, thank God you told me that. I mean, wow. I mean, this ought to be world news. CNN ought to be playing this in Russia. Waguespack's not running for office. Woo-hoo-hoo. Man, that's big news, ain't it, folks? This is what happens when you put people like this in powerful positions who think they're something they're not. Wag, run. Show us your power, buddy. Got to take a break. We'll be right back. It'd be. Hi, y'all. Welcome back. Moon Griffon Show. Great to have you with us. 844-766-6607. Hickson has a hotline. Look, folks, I don't care who runs for governor's race. Okay? Kennedy, whoever. Sooner or later, you have to get behind a candidate to beat the liberal Bill Edwards, who doesn't know but raise taxes. Didn't change one thing in the state. Nothing's changed in the state. Nothing. Zero, zilch. We took Medicaid on. Medicaid is an $85 to $100 billion problem because of the way they set it up. We know that now. Okay? He's just raised taxes. Our business and economy lags everybody else. It doesn't matter what you see with new numbers coming in. We've been so far behind, we have to go up. He has nothing to do with that. Absolutely nothing. What was happening in Lake Charles and Baton Rouge with chemical plants and things of that nature happened way before he came along. He's bought the Medicaid. He's bought the poor. He's now going to try to buy teachers with teachers' pay rate. We need a candidate. And Eddie Rispone may be it. I don't know. But I want to wait and see what Eddie's all about. Or Kennedy or whoever's going to run. But for people like Waguespack to even announce that he's not running for something he doesn't own anyway and announce he's not running for anything in 2019, I don't care what he runs for. I don't care if he runs for dog catcher. Nobody's going around, oh, man. I bet people are depressed all over the world. And Waguespack's not running in 2019. Our state is doomed if Waguespack don't run. It's a shot at Kennedy. He knows it. He doesn't like Kennedy. He was one of them little pointed-headed liberals with Bobby Jindal, can speak, they're educated, and all they are is about the wampus pumps. I mean, they just, they think they're so much smarter than everybody else, and they're not. So what does he do? Takes a shot at Kennedy, Gumbo Pack, the liberal leftist pack for John Bell Edwards, and that's who they are, a bunch of lawyers, and those lawyers love when they can read something bad about Kennedy. And there's Republicans like him and Jay Darden and John McCain and Jeff Flake, okay, Julie Stokes, all these are leftists. What are they doing in the Republican Party? Waguespack would probably have to run as a Democrat if he'd have to run the true colors of it. And he'd have Bobby Jindal so tied around his neck he wouldn't know what to do. I heard him tell one person one time that, well, I was with Jindal the first 4 years during the good years. Hey, Waguespack, let me give you a hint. There were no good years under Bobby Jindal. There weren't any. We didn't have a good year under Bobby Jindal. So if you're bragging about the first 4 years as being good, I was on the other side from day one. You're just jealous. And you're mad at Kennedy for exposing Jindal, and he's exposed Edwards, and you and your bunch of Jay Darden-type Republicans better get a grip on this one. Better get a grip. I don't think he's capable of getting a grip. I really don't. It's embarrassing. Totally embarrassing what Waguespack's doing. He's the head of LABI. You know? The head of LABI. He told me LABI was going to be looking for somebody to run against Kennedy. He's so mad at Kennedy and don't like him. But it's his fault he teamed up with Jindal. It ain't Kennedy's fault. It's his fault. He went along with the little worm. You know? People alike, they kind of stick together. Walt in Downsville. How you doing, Mr. Walt?
Doing well, Moon. Enjoying the weather, I guess. I was trying to hold this to Wednesday in case there was anybody in Louisiana who had a hard time thinking any reason to celebrate Thanksgiving. But Waguespack is pulling the rug out from under me. I got to do it today. I'm not running for governor. I'm not running for anything in 2022, so everybody ought to have something to celebrate now.
Yeah, you're not running for 2019 either.
No, I won't run in 2019.
Let me ask you a question, Walt. Let me ask you a question. When Waguespack announced he wasn't running, did that just floor you? Did that concern you? Did you even this week of Thanksgiving? Do you even know who the hell he is? You know what I'm saying? I
am still wiping tears off my face.
Yeah, Waguespack's not running. My heart's broken, man. Wag ain't running for something. We can't survive without Stephen Waguespack running for something.
Well, but the reason I'm wiping tears off my face, Moon, I laughed so damn hard I cried.
But that's what he makes you think of. Well, I'm not running for anything in 2019. Wow. Depriving the state of Louisiana of Stephen Waguespack, who worked for Bobby Jindal for 4 years. I mean, how is this state going to survive without having Waguespack run for office?
I can't imagine how it's going to. I got friends in Montana that probably emailing me right now. What the hell is going on?
I'm getting emails all over the world. How can Stephen Waguespack? How can he take away such a great leader from the people of Louisiana?
What did we do to make him mad, Moon?
I don't. Kennedy must have made him mad. I know, man.
We must have pissed him off somewhere.
we must have made him mad for the man like that not even running for dog catcher. I mean, not even run for dog catcher? Come on.
Terrible shock. Here we had a chance to move Louisiana up 4 or 5 notches, and he let us down.
Yeah, man, I'm
so disappointed.
No Stephen Waguespack in office. I mean, how does this country, we're going to be depressed. I'm like you, how do you enjoy Thanksgiving knowing that Waguespack ain't running next year? Wow, that's depressing.
That's the reason I made my announcement. I'm not running now. Maybe somebody can be thankful for that.
Well, maybe Brandon can find the song "Here's Your Sign." When I get back, we'll play it. I'll be love to give it. I need to pass this along to Waguespack. Anyway, we'll take a break and be right back.